What's up, guys? So welcome back to the channel. I'm here, in an AutoZone parking lot in North Carolina, doing nothing but a wheel bearing on my truck. And it started making noise last night about 5 miles outside of this town, which was conveniently where we had a hotel to stay for the night. And this morning, I jacked it up in the parking lot last night, found out the wheel bearing had a ton of play. And then this morning we came down and we limped it, made an 8-minute ride until like a half-hour ride, and got to this AutoZone where I bought the part last night. But you can see here how hot this thing got, because it has, custom neochrome. People pay a lot of money for that finish. And it's so jammed up. There's like metal in there. And I don't know, it has to be like from inside the bearing. I mean, the thing's not even sitting straight, but I can't really even spin this thing with my hand. So this thing is cooked, but it came apart pretty easily. Now I just gotta go inside, pick up the new one, slap this thing together, and hopefully get back on the road quickly. Shout out to Morgan for buying me an electric impact gun, a battery powered impact gun for Christmas, because if I didn't have that here, this would be a way bigger struggle of a job. So, gotta go inside, get this thing back together, and hope that they have my part pool. But there's like 3 other parts stores around here, just in case they didn't. So we got all the parking lot essentials here. We got a fresh wheel bearing that actually spins with a new ABS sensor, and I'll touch on the benefit of that later. Got the parking lot essentials. We got shop towels, brake clean, some scuff pad, and a new thing of grease. That way we can get this hub all cleaned up of the rust and crap, and grease the splines for the axle, which were pretty dry. I had to hit that a couple times, but the heat probably also didn't help. And then some shop towels to clean myself up afterwards. Our goal was to be on the road by 10 this morning. I think we got that. All right, so now we're in Virginia, and we're driving my buddy Drew. I'm picking up this 1JZ swapped IS300. And just made like 5 pounds of boost, and this thing rips. I'm gonna have to have him like take me for a ride tomorrow when I drop it off. But it's got like a built trans, 1J, single turbo. Well, guys, some of you might recognize this view and this garage. So we're home for the holidays here in Pennsylvania, and it's freaking cold. I'm not used to this. I came from 84-degree Florida weather to the 24-degree Pennsylvania weather. So I'm hoping that throughout the week, 3 weeks that we're here, we can, I know we're gonna meet up with some friends, get to see their cars, create some content hopefully. And yeah, I mean, it was an interesting trip. We picked up Drew's 1J swapped IS300. A little background on it. It has a drift motion R154 transmission, so it's built. Actually felt really good while driving it. Single turbo converted. Otherwise, it's a stock 1J, stock bottom end, stock injector car. It felt like it wanted to go. That turbo was so responsive on there. I mean, I was just cruising through the neighborhood and it was already starting to creep up into boost. So while we get acclimated with the cold, I'll give you a quick little rundown on the truck and the trip. So I mean, the truck made it. You guys saw I had to replace that front hub bearing, and I think I'm gonna end up replacing the passenger side one as well, just as a precaution, because typically those things, if they're replaced together in the past, or if it's the originals, they have the same amount of mileage on them, so the other one's probably gonna follow suit not too far after. And we are picking up, we got the trailer down there, we are picking up a car on the way back, so I really don't want to run into any issues. We're picking up a BMW for Duarte at Drift HQ. So other than that, I mean, gave it a wash. The thing was filthy, and she took it like a champ. I love this thing. I mean, aside with the rust that we are going to soon address once we're back down in Florida and finish up a couple other things, this thing's a stout unit, and I'm really happy that it made the trip, and I'm also really happy that I brought my tools. I think one thing that I would recommend to everybody is bring your tools when you go on road trips. You know, bring the essentials, bring the vehicle specific tools and things like that. I was fortunate enough that I brought a whole impact metric set. Now, this isn't anything I couldn't buy at the store, but it says sometimes you don't break down next to the store. So I bought the Suburban axle nut socket. I bought fuel line, GM fuel line quick releases. So like anything that's vehicle specific to the vehicle you're driving that you have already, bring it with you, throw it in the toolbox. I brought a small toolbox, and thankfully, again, like I mentioned before, Morgan got me that battery powered impact. Otherwise I would have had to break that old axle nut off with a breaker bar, so it would have just been a little more of a back breaking process, but that gun worked so well. So I was really stoked about that. And my jack, you know, throw a regular jack in the truck when you're going somewhere, on the trailer, in the trailer, whatever, because again, if I had to do that with like the stock bottle jack, it would have been a little sketchier when I'm like turning the wheels and things like that. So this is a short one, but we are here in Pennsylvania today and for the next few weeks, and I'm looking forward to seeing all my friends and seeing what we get into. Who knows what it's going to lead to, but I'm going to bring you guys along whenever I can. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Check out all the previous content. We're going to get back on the Drift V soon after we get back. We're going to have a couple things to do right away, and I'll see you guys in the next one.